Bay Packers. No two NFL teams have played more often than the Bears and Packers, and we're underway from Lambeau. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. That's complete. Roma Dunze. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
What a start here to the ball game. You get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this Packers defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 36. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Play action. Now Williams on the move to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult as well. What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. You get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now they'll change things around before the snap. To throw, it's Williams. And it is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to the running game with Swift. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This is Swift on the counter. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Chop that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw, Williams. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. So, Charles, they wanted 7 on that opening drive. They didn't want to settle for a field goal.
Felt like a tone setter. You know, that's what they were looking for because a lot of teams, they'll march it downfield, and when they kick the field goal, it almost feels disappointing, doesn't it? You have a nice drive. I think this team decided, guess what? No matter what, we're going for the 6, try and put those points on the board and set them back on their heels.
But unfortunately, that mentality did not work out.
Let's go now. Ready?
They'll begin on the ground here with a Bandakanda. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Now we'll get a timeout as they tend to an injured player, and looks like that's their receiver, Christian Watson. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And it's taken in at the 9. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Williams. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Ready. Blue, 32.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. The Packers in 5-7 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On the ball.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Set.
Here's Love. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Second down in the yard.
10 seconds.
And now Love going to change things up.
Blaster, stick. Hut, hut.
From the 16, Love escaping the pressure running. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Romeo Doubs, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's now a 7-2 ball game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down, Bears.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. He's got the connection to Moore. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
Now a first carry here for the running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 2. Throwing is Williams. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. That's one thing to get the interception. It was a great play, but then you saw how quickly all of his teammates, Charles, turned to find blocks, made sure they had space for him to make the house call.
And not only did they turn and find the blocks, none of them clip from behind, block someone in the back. This play is going to stand. And how about what we see each and every week now? When the defenders make a big play, there's always a group celebration after the takeaway.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, got your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
More the motion man. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And that is incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To the air, Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. To throw once more, here's Williams. He's got this complete to Burden. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw again. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got to bracket it out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. That's caught downfield. It's Golden. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. Up and kick one right before the half ends.
44-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On the handoff, Abanikanda.
And he's going to be met at the left. Scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
White. Here we go. Set.
Love looking to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 15.
Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Bears take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Sideline throw that's caught by Moore. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this hit across the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Slot man moves right.
Oh, here's a fake on a jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it out play action.
And his throw here is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Here we go.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know. and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Josh Jacobs, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They run the option on second down.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ready?
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
On play action, love to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Striker, ultra. Go ultra.
Love now. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
Sliding out of the pocket. That's taken in by Golden. Touchdown, Packers!
Entering settings screen, you have 28 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Matthew Golden, 38 yards. And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Now McManus for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score. Packers 31. Bears 2. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
There's a short one caught by Loveland.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
From the gun, here's Williams. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Packers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Rail, yellow. Here we go. Set.
Following the interception, Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Wow, he's going to change the play here.
First and 10 at the 27.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Second and 4.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Here's third and a few inches.
38,
Now Love. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on 4th down. They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
ready, smash, red. 30 set.
Throwing, Love. A throw left side, it's hauled in by Golden. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Packers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th.
Here we go. Ready?
Love throwing for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
39. Bears 2.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. Now a 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it works for them.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Williams.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And 10 yards to go.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think you're going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every...
first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted.
Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
So don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Williams. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
To throw, Williams. That's caught left side, Burden. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Williams. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gutsy call. It turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll go play action here with Williams. Oh, the ball comes in. They hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Williams going to look to throw again. Pass complete to Loveland. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
To throw, it's Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
They'll go. Here's Williams. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Bears.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. Second down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Packers' 26-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. And now here's another interception. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
52 blue, smash, red. Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. They'll get 34 yards there.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Pass caught. That's Golden. Second down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw now. Here's Love. His throw incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
60 red. 60 red.
Play action this time with Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Green Bay, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's a potentially fatal